Hey there, nerds. Jimmy here. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in, checking us out, commenting, liking, and all those wonderful things. We truly appreciate it. Please, while I'm telling you though, continue to watch us. Go ahead and like this video, follow us, subscribe, all those wonderful things to keep us going. On to today's video. So we have episode 4 of The Acolyte. Now, there's been a lot of hate for this show, and I just don't know if Star Wars fandom is just going further and further down this horrible spiral of just hating anything that isn't 3, 4, 5, and 6. I know people have softened up on the prequels, but I gotta be honest, folks, The Acolyte is fun, it's good, and it's taking us in a direction we've never really been before, as far as focusing almost the whole show on this witch's coven and two daughters, twins, that come from it. And it really shows so far, again, the light and the dark, but not necessarily in a Jedi Sith sort of way, that there's all sorts of gray shades here, not just black and white. And I really appreciate that. And again, it's a Star Wars story that we don't know. So they're unraveling new information for us. One of the big surprises in this episode was Ki-Adi-Mundi. I did not expect to see him. Obviously, the last time we saw him on screen that I know of was Revenge of the Sith, when he met his end. Maybe he was in an earlier episode of The Acolyte and I just wasn't paying attention. But wow, that was fun to see and odd to see a younger version of him. Um, but overall, the episode progressed us to essentially a cliffhanger. Now, because we aren't watching these Star Wars stories in movies, we have a longer format to tell. So we were able to get more information. Would this series have been in part of the movie? Don't know. But as far as adding it to an 8 episode TV arc, I really enjoyed it. It gave us more information, and the tease at the end and what we're going to find out is fantastic. They also added it, well, maybe it's just humor to me, but they added some humor, which I enjoyed when our Dark Lord showed up and confronted the Jedi, so to speak, and Osha is right there near him, and the Jedi start coming at him, and he's just like, and all of a sudden Osha goes flying across the screen. It's like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I really enjoyed that. Um, I was very sad to see that our Wookiee Kelnaka Jedi Master is no longer with us. Obviously, he met the Dark Lord and didn't fare so well. So I'm curious where that story goes. But I'm also wondering what Kelnaka was actually doing way out in the woods in the first place, and had not communicated, if I remember correctly, for a full year with anybody. But again, dropping more seeds for us to learn what's going to be happening. Also, once again, the Jedi are just not painted in the greatest picture. I don't know if it's arrogance as we come to the end of the High Republic. I don't know if there's somewhat a transition as we get to later on, the more in the years of like closer to the Skywalker saga and the Galactic Empire. We obviously see the prequels where again their arrogance shows because they just had no clue that the Sith would even be around, which seeing the action or the events in The Acolyte, again, how could you not know? Because some of these Jedi Masters are still around by the time of the prequels. So to me, it's once again showing the Jedi are incredibly fallible. They really, in the Star Wars universe that is currently canon, we really don't see them reaching their full potential until basically the rise of Skywalker, where we learn about a dyad, but more importantly, Rey is able to tap into all the Jedi that came before. And we saw steps with what Luke did in The Last Jedi, and even Rise of Skywalker, and even Yoda when he came back and talked to Luke, and physically interacted with like burning the big tree with all the Jedi text. So we're learning more and more about the Jedi, which is fascinating, but we're also learning, boy, they are fallible and um, hypocritical, or full of hypocrisy, I should say. And it's interesting to see. I'm curious to see where this goes. And to be honest, so far, My least favorite Jedi of all time, and I never thought I would have this, is Yord. It's like, dude, chill out, man. If you cross over to be a Sith, I might like you more, but chill out, dude. Oh, anyway, I can't wait because we're at the halfway point. I can't wait to see where this goes. Again, if you don't like it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Move along, rewatch something, wait for the next one. That's fine. But the toxicity that's going on with this show, and you see the critical reviews are really good, and the audience reviews are in the toilet. Not to mention a fan made film of Star Wars called The Acolyte also took a nosedive for no reason because it's been out for several years, other than it shares the same name. So people are literally just going, hating. That's it. So tired of that in the Star Wars universe. And honestly, very tired of that in nerddom. If you don't like it, that's fine. Cool. Move along. Anywho, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Acolyte, episode 4. Nerd out.